Hey there, and welcome to the last review of the Warrior class for the Legion pre-patch. This time featuring the protection spec. It's the tank spec for the Warrior class. So let's delve in what spells it has, and then proceed to the talents. FYI, I didn't play protection as well as Fury. In the Warlords expansion it was all arms, but I tanked with it on Mists of Pandaria, so I have a little idea of what it looked like before. But even though in Warlords it changed a lot, I believe, and now it changed a lot as well. So I'll make a brief analysis of the spells and talents. Of the spells, and then proceed to the talents and see how they what they had to the spell book and what they changed to the existing spells. So let's delve into the spell book and see what the protection warrior has. So Battle Cry, it grants 100% critical strike chance for 5 seconds. It is the same as the other specs, nothing new here. It is the Battle Cry was converted to from Recklessness, which was before 3 minutes or 5 minutes cooldown, I don't know, with a longer duration, and now it's a 1 minute cooldown, 100% critical strike chance, which Recklessness was only 60, I believe, or 40, and this new buff only lasts 5 seconds, while the other lasted 12, I believe. Then we have Heroic Throw, throws your weapon at the enemy, causing 2000 physical damage, generates Psych Threat. This is a good one to pick up some mob that's coming, or the boss, or something to initiate the fight. Berserker Rage, 1 minute cooldown, you go Berserk, removing and granting immunity to fear, sap and incapacitate effects for 6 seconds. Then we have a nice spell here. We have Ignore Pain. Consumes from 20 to 60 rage, and it says fight through the pain, ignoring 90% of the next up to 163,000 damage you take from any sources based on the rage spent. So if you consume 60 rage on Ignore Pain, you will get 10% of the 163,000 damage, which is 16,000 more or less. Then we have Demoralizing Shout, which is which has a 1.5 minutes of cooldown, and it demoralizes all enemies within 10 yards, reducing the damage they do to you by 20% for 8 seconds. Then we have Intercept, which is a mix of charge, but it allows you to charge to an ally as well, and it has the effect. So it's basically Intercept is now charge and Intercept all together. It works to an ally as charge, as Intercept did before, and as charge to an enemy, and it works as charge as it functioned before. So when targeting an enemy, Intercept will root for 1.5 seconds, but has a minimum range of 8 yards, and when targeting an ally, Intercept will intercept the next melee or range attack against the ally within 10 seconds, while the target remains within 10 yards, generates 20 rage. Then we have Devastate, spamming attack that deals 13,000 physical damage, and it has a 30% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Shield Slam. Last Stand is a defensive cooldown which increases the maximum health by 30%. Then we have Focused Rage, and what does it do? Instead of increasing the damage of Mortal Strike as it did on arms, and it was a talent, now it increases the damage on your Shield Slam, stacking up 4 to 3 times. So Shield Slam will deal a lot of damage, and it generates rage. It has a 8-second cooldown. Whoa. So just for you to take a look, Oh, but my offhand weapon is from the last expansion. I don't have a weapon, one-handed weapon from this expansion. So, Devastate does not regenerate rage. Okay, because as a protection warrior you must take damage to increase your rage. So. This will probably I did shit already. I can't use this one. Dungeoneer's taking dummy. Okay. I mean, I don't know how to how they do this one, but I don't know. I would like to see to get a look at the focused rage, but 80,000, 85,000, and that was a crit. But so you can do it as a crit, right? Because of your battle cry. So battle cry and then focusing rage, but it costs 30 rage. So you stack up 3 times. This one for PvP will. I'm seeing the PvP on the protection warrior. So then we have Pummel, which is the interrupt. Heroic Whip. It was reworked to not let you go farther than you can. So before you couldn't do this. You see the mouse, it stops right at the maximum range. Before it would just say that you couldn't do that, and it is the same as to the minimum range, as you can see here. Oh, nice little animation there as well. Then we have Revenge, swing in a wide arc, dealing 22,000 damage to all enemies in front of you. That's not how it worked before, I believe. It was not an AoE attack. Your successful dodges and parries reset the remaining cooldown on Revenge up to once per 3 seconds. Okay, that's pretty neat. Then we have Shield Walk, costs 10 rage and has a 12-second recharge. It says that it raises your shield, blocking every melee attack against you for 6 seconds. These blocks can be critical blocks and increases shield slam damage by 30% while active. So shield slam with focused rage and shield walk will deal a shit ton of damage. That align with battle cry. I'm seeing the PvP on this one. That's definitely there. Shield slam slams the target with your shield, causing 32,000 physical damage, generates 15 rage. Victory rush strikes the target, causing 11,000 damage and dealing you for 30% of your maximum health, but it's only usable when you kill a target that yields experience or honor. Shield Wall, a defensive cooldown. It reduces all damage you take by 40% for 8 seconds on a 4-minute cooldown. I believe it was 3 minutes before for protection and 5 for the other specs. Now it's 4 minutes. Spell Reflection. This is the only spec that has Spell Reflection as a spell, and then perhaps on the honor talents for the other specs you'll get Spell Reflection. Taunt and Thunderclap, which deals AoE damage and reduces enemy movement speed by 50%. Then we have Deep Wounds, which causes bleeding when you use Devastate and Revenge. I believe that it causes bleed for all the targets in a cone, so it's pretty nice. And then we have the Mastery, which is Critical Block. It increases the chance to block by 9% and your chance to critically block by 27%. I don't know what critically block is, but I believe it is blocking with, I don't know, completely nullifying your opponent's physical attacks. I'm not sure what the critical walk is, so your walk stops 30% of incoming damage, but that's when you block. What about critical walk? Doesn't say here. Okay, not a big deal. Let's take a look at the talents, shall we? Oh, we have the CC talent as the first talent. So we have Shockwave. It stuns all enemies in a cone for 4 seconds. On a cooldown of 40 seconds, and the cooldown is reduced by 20 seconds if it strikes at least 3 targets. This is probably the best one to be used on Warrior, because when you're getting all of those mobs or ads, whatever you call them, you'll stun them, you will thunderclap them, and then you'll kite them around while they're slow. Rocking your revenge for the bleeds. This would be the best talent to be used, I believe. Then you have Stormbolt, holds your weapon at an enemy, causing 5,000 damage of 5,000 physical damage and stunning for 4 seconds. This could be used on PvP, on arenas, or even battlegrounds. If that's your thing for Prot, I don't know how the spec will play out. Then we have Warbringer, which intercept now deals damage to all enemies within 5 yards of the target and stuns them for 1.5 seconds. So this is like the old charge. This one could also be used well for PvP, even though if there was a talent, but I believe there's not. If there was a talent that would increase the charges of your charge. I already have 2 chargers. Oh, okay. Warbringer, why not? Warbringer for PvP, that would be nice. Yeah, Warbringer for PvP, Shockwave for PvE, and Stormbolt. I don't know if you're playing against a mage with Shimmer, perhaps. And even if it has Shimmer, Warbringer would be the best to be used. That's my opinion, at least. On next tile we have Impending Victory. It replaces Victory Rush, and it has a 30-second cooldown. But what it does is it attacks the target, causing 14,000 damage, and heals you for 15% of your maximum health. It costs 10 rage, which is acceptable, but well, that's I would like this one on a scale for survival. For survival, yeah, that would be nice when you need to be healed. But then you have Inspiring Presence. You inspire your allies within 60 yards, causing them to be healed for 3% of all damage they deal. Is the Warrior a part of this talent? If it is, Inspiring Presence perhaps would be the best to be used on a PvE scenario. Impending Victory perhaps on a PvP scenario. And then we have Safeguard. Intercepting a friendly target now also causes 20% of the damage taken to transfer to you for 6 seconds. This could also be used on PvP when you're a mate, or even battlegrounds and arenas. When a mate is being, when a team member is being attacked or focused, you get there and you get 20% of the damage taken to you. That could be nice. This could be nice as well too, as if you are an off tank and you need to take some damage away of the other tank. This is kind of different, but for a base experience, PvE experience, I'd choose Inspiring Presence. It seems to ease up a little bit of the oh, this scrap is healing them for a lot. Oh. Okay, so this one is the base PvE talent, PvP talent, and situational PvP and PvE talent. That's right. So on the next tire we have Renewed Fury. Ignore pain also enrages you, increasing all damage you deal by 10%. well, the PvP talent for sure. There's no need for a protection warrior to deal damage, right? The function as a protection warrior is to be able to tank and to survive. So let's see the others. Your shield slam critical strikes cause your focused rage to cost no rage. And then we have Avatar, transform into Colossus for 20 seconds, causing you to deal 20% increased damage and removing all roots and snares on a 1.5 minute cooldown. I'm not really sure what to do with this talent. Perhaps this one for PvP, because your next to cost no rage. Yep, but that's one. If you want to stack them, you'll have to waste the next two focused rage, so it's 60 rage. I don't know. 10% damage. Ignore pain also enrages you for 6 seconds. This one would be best used for PvE because you'll be using ignore pain a lot. Well, tanking, right? In order to soak the most damage as you possibly can. And then Avatar and Ultimatum probably for PvP, but I'm not seeing perhaps Avatar where you get some more utility to remove roots and snares, but Ultimatum is more to deal damage. But it's kinda, you see, it's your shield slam critical strike, so it must crit. I don't know. I would go with Avatar for PvP, but Renowned Fury for PvE. Alright, so on the 60 tire talents we have Warlord's Challenge. While Berserker Rage is active, you may use Taunt with no cooldown, and taunted enemies move 50% faster towards you. I'm not seeing the use of this one, except from some specific raid encounter, and it's Berserker Rage, right? I mean, this has no use for PvP as far as I know. So, and even for PvE, not really sure. So the next talent we have Bonding Astride. It reduces the cooldown on an Heroic Whip by 15 seconds, and the Heroic Whip now also increases your run speed by 70% for 3 seconds. And now Crackling Thunder increases the radius of Thunderclap by 100, and the radius is 8 yards, and it would now deal be 16. So I'll choose this one for PvE and this one for PvP. That's what I'll choose. Even though Bonding Stride could be used on PvE on encounters that require heavy movement, but you also have Intercept. I'll go for Crackling Thunder. I really don't know what the hell is the Warlord's Challenge. Perhaps depending on the encounter. I don't know what the raid bosses will be, so or even dungeon bosses. So not really sure. Perhaps on it says Warlord's Challenge. Perhaps on the Mystic dungeons or Challenge dungeons. I don't know. So on the next tire we have Best Server Code. Revenge generates 2 additional rage for each target that it hits. That's very nice indeed when you have multiple targets, both for PvE and PvP, where you'll get extra rage to use on your Ignore Pain or Focused Rage, whatever. Then we have Never Surrender. Ignore Pain will ignore up to 70% more damage based on your missing health. This is very good for when you're tanking a boss, a single target boss. Based on a missing health, it will give you an extra of survivability. I believe that's survivability is a word. So it will increase your chances of survival if things are going south. Then we have Indomitable. Increases your maximum health by 25%. And the maximum effect of Ignore Pain by 25%. Whoa. So I get... Oh, that's a lot of health, man. What the hell? Just 540k, and I have shit gear, as you can see. Shit gear. Well, this one seems to be the best one for a single target raid encounter. And then I mean, they're all very good, but this one it increases the maximum effect of ignore pain. So you can see here it's now 200,000 damage, and this one, as you see, well, Indomitable seems to me to be the best talent to be used on a simple encounter, and when you have plenty of minions or ads. Revenge Served Cold could be the best one, so you will always be with rage to use on ignore pain and whatsoever. But Indomitable for a raid seems to be much better, in my opinion, and it even increased the effect of ignore pain. So now, going for the next talents, we have Vengeance. Ignore pain reduces the rage cost of your next focused rage by 50%, and focused rage reduces the rage cost of your next ignore pain by 50%. This could be good for PvP, I believe. Much better for PvP. Let's see the others. You gain 3% haste for each enemy within 10 yards up to 5 enemies. AoE, this is an AoE talent. I don't even know what really affects the haste on the warrior, if it affects the rage generation, I don't know. Then we have Booming Voice. Demoralizing Shot generates 50 rage and increases damage you deal to affected targets by 20%. I'm seeing this one for PvP perhaps because it generates a lot of extra rage. Vengeance perhaps not that much, and Into the Fray it's for PvP not really a wise choice. I would choose Vengeance for PvE. I would choose Vengeance for PvE, and so I would go for Focused Rage, and then Ignore Pain would have 50% of its cost reduced, so it would only cost 30 to use the effect of 60. So this one would be the best for the simple PvE experience. Into the Fray perhaps while in dungeons, I don't know what the haste does, but not really sure if it will. Oh, almost got a mosquito there. I'm not sure if it would fit. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would benefit the warrior a lot in his tanking role. So now we have Anger Management. Every 10 rage you spend reduces the remaining cooldown on Battle Cry, Last Stand and Shield Wall by 1 second. This is a very good talent because you always want to keep your cooldowns, and I would go for it. Let's just see the others. Shield Slam extends the duration of Shield Walk by 1.5 seconds, and Shield Walk increases the damage of Shield Slam by an additional 30%. Perhaps this one would be best used on I don't know, PvE. I'm not really seeing the use on PvP. Shield Walk. This is Shield Walk. Not really seeing the use of this one. Did it proc or what? I'm not even sure. Doesn't even say, right? Doesn't say. It doesn't say. The buffs do not show if it will deal damage or not. And shield walk increases the damage of shield slam by an additional 30%. I don't know. And then lastly we have Ravager, which has the same effect, but it deals less damage. Because of my weapon. Sorry about it. And also increase your parry chance by 30% for 12 seconds. And this is also an AoE talent. Not sure if it should be used on no. This is an AoE talent because you proc it, and while you're you don't even have to be inside it now, I believe. Before, if you were inside, you would earn parry chance, but now if you use it, you'll get your parry chance increased by 30% for 12 seconds, independently if you're inside or outside of the Ravager radius. So for PvP I'll choose Anger Management, and for PvP probably this one. But I'm really not seeing. Perhaps I would even choose Anger Management. I don't know. Perhaps I would even choose this one. And Ravager only for AoE, where you have to tank ads and so on dungeons, doing some heavy pulls perhaps. Besides that, Anger Management is the talent to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Unfortunately I cannot show you the rotation here because as you've seen, I cannot proc that much rage to get the necessary. Let's just see. Okay, I think I can. Okay, I'm procking. Okay, just a little more. Okay, let's just proc here all the rage here and get this one done. Let's see. 106,000 k. Oh, 106,000 k of damage with everything proc for shield slam. Not really sure if this will work on PvP because you'll have a lot more trouble generating rage, and probably you won't be attacked because your protection. Why would they attack you? They will probably CC you and then kill the others. So I believe I've explained everything that I wanted to. I hope that you have enjoyed the video and that you have learned something on how to play the warrior, and as I even learned myself while doing this video. So I don't have nothing more to say, and I'll say my farewells here. So I'll see you later.